Humzah Razzaq. So Humzah Razzaq is a secondary school student, an S4 student. He's 15 years old. He has taught and contributed to previous Colourful Heritage events and has provided an insight and perspective from the younger generation. Recently, he featured in a short film for the Poppy exhibition, showing at the National War Museum within Edinburgh Castle, talking about the South Asian contribution to World War I and II. Tonight, he will be speaking about the relevance of the sacrifices made by soldiers from the homeland of his grandparents. In particular, how the dissemination of these facts can help in tackling some of the issues of the day that are faced by those of his age. Please welcome Humzah Razzaq.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's 10th October 1916 at 2100 hours on the Western Front, somewhere along the River Somme. Dark, wet, cold, muddy, stench, foreign. For how long more? Every day, constant shells pouring like rain in the Indian monsoon. Unlike Fazl Khan, Balwant Singh had never acclimatized and still dreamt of the warm, strong sun shining on his forehead. Something was wrong. This time, louder they fell. "Take cover," Fazl Khan roared. Too late. A direct hit. There was blanket darkness, then silence. Then a frantic search for his rifle in the midst of shouts and screams. "Balwant, Balwant, Balwant, I'm here." Instead of ducking, Fazl Khan had scuttled along the trench, warning of the impending strikes. This had cost him dearly. "Balwant, you remember what I told you? You remember, don't you?" "Take care, Balwant." "No, Fazl Khan, we'll take you back. I'll take you back." "No, Balwant, my friend, my fate was ordained to be in this wretched and foreign land. Remember, our deaths aren't in vain. Tell them of our story." These were heroes like Fazl Khan and Balwant Singh, over 1 million men from pre-partitioned India, posted to the death trenches of the Western Front. Thrusted into battle in unfamiliar lands in harsh and cold conditions which they weren't used to or prepared for. Fighting an enemy of whom they had no knowledge, risking their lives every day for little more than pride. Yet they were destined to remain largely unknown once the war was over, neglected by the British for whom they fought and ignored by their own country from which they came. They were not fighting for their own country. Most of these Indian soldiers were not conscripts. Soldiering was their profession, serving the British Empire that was oppressing their own people back home. The time has come for these sacrifices to be remembered. Red, white, black, or any colour of poppies, this is a history we all share. Now, why is this particularly important for my generation? Recognising this contribution can help to tackle many contemporary issues facing my generation, including Islamophobia and racism. What better defence to those far-right extremists when they say, "What have Muslims done for us? They have no place in Great Britain," than to point out that Asians from the Indian subcontinent gave their lives for this nation to protect the freedoms that we enjoy today, and that men from my own ancestral country of Pakistan joined up to fight when this country needed them most. Modern Britain will never be compatible with Islam, say the extremists inspired by ISIS and their like. These people portray a weak grasp of this long history. Well, times are changing, and this change is good. Wreaths are being laid up and down the country for these forgotten heroes. Their stories are being told. and meaningful legacy of these centenary commemorations would be an ongoing commitment to ensure that all children of all backgrounds understand what remembrance means and why it should matter to them. The defence of our freedoms came from further afield than we have been led to believe for too long. Peace and understanding between all communities in this country across all generations can be greatly helped when armed with this knowledge. Remember, those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Thank you.